Number 10. Zac Efron. Zachary David Alexander Efron rose to Disney fame when he starred as Troy Bolton in the classic High School Musical movies. He played the basketball player turned theater kid, and for some reason, that's a big deal to everyone. I don't get it. He was a theater kid. I've literally had 2 basketball players pretend to be a seesaw and hoist me into the air during a show. Bless their hearts, I was and still am pretty heavy for that kind of shenanigans. He went on to have an extremely successful career, and while the films haven't always been the most lucrative, Zac himself has been a consistently solid performer, from Charlie St. Cloud to his most recent movie Gold and his upcoming movie Iron Claw. One thing that hasn't been consistent though is his face. In 2013, Zac was running through his house when he slipped in his socks and hit his chin on a granite fountain. Hey, we've all been there. According to Zac, his chin bone was hanging off face and he had to have his mouth wired shut and had been undergoing physical therapy right up until 2019. Many fans noticed Zac's face getting a little bit puffy recently, not really in like a bad way, just in a way that made him look a little more unrecognizable compared to his High School Musical days. He addressed rumors of him undergoing surgery and explained that it was the result of breaking one of the original rules of parenthood: don't run in the house. Most recently, he changed up his look for his role in the highly anticipated biopic The Iron Claw, set to release very soon. For this role, Efron bulked up significantly, now making the rest of him look like he was stung by a hornet, and is sporting a haircut reminiscent of Friar Tuck in Robin Hood. Hopefully the movie will be so good it's worth that haircut. Very excited to see it, it looks so good. Number 9. Moises Arias. A former Hannah Montana star, Moises is probably best known as the youngest entrepreneur and biggest troublemaker on the beach, Rico. His character on the show was always getting sucked into the family's problems. He delivered some iconic moments that are most of the reason that show still holds up to this day. There is a good chance that you have seen this man in recent Hollywood flicks, but you probably just didn't realize who was. Since leaving the Disney World behind, Arias has been a part of several indie films that received stellar reviews, like the coming-of-age story Kings of Summer, where he played Biagio. Most recently, though, he starred alongside SNL alumni Pete Davidson in a film based on the comedian's early life called King of Staten Island, sporting a goatee and tattoos everywhere. It must be in Moises' contract that he exclusively works in films with King in the title, because he's one himself. Number 8. Amanda Bynes. Amanda got her lucky break on the Nickelodeon sketch series All That, which was just Saturday Night Live for kids, and it sported a stellar cast, including current SNL cast member Kenan Thompson, Drake Bell, and Lori Beth Denberg. Eventually, the producers decided to offer Amanda her own show, and her success only grew from there. The Amanda Bynes Show was one of the best Nickelodeon shows ever, and she was picked up by several studios to star in non-Nickelodeon projects like She's the Man and Easy A. Amanda took a hiatus, however, in 2013 following a very public mental breakdown. In 2018, she told fans exactly what caused it, and according to Amanda, she became addicted to the devil's lettuce at a young age. And while it wasn't an addiction at first, with more roles came more pressure and a need to find a new way to cope. This eventually led her to more drastic substances. She also believed that she wasn't pretty enough anymore to be in films, even taking Adderall as a way to help her stay skinny. In 2013, Amanda posted a series of bizarre tweets where she seemed to be insulting everyone that she could think of. She called the former president, Barack Obama, ugly, clearly referencing a character from The Amanda Show, but still, no, he's not. She was arrested and placed under psychiatric hold as she was accused of several hit-and-run incidents and was officially charged with reckless endangerment and criminal possession of herbs and spices. Her parents then placed her under a conservatorship till 2022 when she stood in front of a judge. Now she is healthier and better than ever and ready to move on with her life. The judge said, "Alright, Amanda is free to live. Good luck, Amanda." There is a million kids who grew up with her, so I hope she's doing great and we've all got her back. Number 7. Macaulay Culkin. Culkin broke our hearts when he made his first on-screen appearance as little Thomas in the movie My Girl, and he continued to entertain us over the next few years, being a part of movies like Home Alone and Richie Rich, some of my childhood favorites. His career seemed to be on an upward climb, ensuring that he would have work well into his adult years, but it turns out life had other plans for Macaulay. Between the years of 2013 to 2019, Culkin had remained fairly reserved in the Hollywood eye, appearing only in low-budget passion projects or straight-to-video films. It might have been because the once young and fresh Culkin was now in his early 20s and he wasn't playing by the rules. A mugshot of Culkin made headlines in 2004 when he was arrested for possession of a controlled substance without a prescription following a routine inspection of his car. Rumors of Culkin's substance issues arose as the actor was later seen appearing frail, like he hadn't eaten weeks, and many were concerned for Culkin's health, but he later revealed in an interview in 2021 that he had finally gotten a hold of his issues and he was on track to recovery. In fact, just a few weeks weeks ago, he celebrated a milestone in both his personal life and Hollywood career because he got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and was honored by Catherine O'Hara, who played his mom in Home Alone, and of course his wife, Brenda Song, aka London Tipton, and their son. Number 6, Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay is a Disney star who actually never appeared in a sitcom or TV show. She just went straight to the movies, baby. She starred in over 60 TV spots and commercials for brands like Gap, Pizza Hut, and Jell-O before she got her big break when Disney casted her to play 2 roles in the classic family movie, The Parent Trap. She played twin sisters Hallie Parker and Annie James. They randomly meet at a summer camp and discover their parents split them up when they were babies. It's such a good movie. The twins hatch a plot to get mom and dad back together. It's delightful. Her career only seemed to rise from there, starring in cult classics like Freaky Friday with Jamie Lee Curtis and of course Mean Girls as Katie Heron. Unfortunately, her career took a step in the wrong direction when she was arrested in 2007 for driving under the influence of a controlled substance, for which she only served 84 minutes in jail. Because she's Lindsay Lohan, let's give her less than 2 hours, that makes sense. Until 2022, her career was at an abrupt standstill, and Lindsay decided to take that time to make some cosmetic adjustments. She got some work done to herself, and that Lindsay Lohan we grew up with is now trapped behind a thin layer of silicone and makeup. Number 5, Madonna. Madonna has surely gotten stuck in your head before with classic hits like Material Girls and Crazy for You still being played at dance clubs worldwide. What may have also gotten stuck in your head was just how gorgeous this woman was. In the 80s, Madonna was well known for her stylish duds and big blonde hair, at times almost channeling Marilyn Monroe energy. It was unfortunate then that Madonna felt the need to fall into the world of plastic surgery and injections as she got older. Photo comparisons from the 80s to now showcase the major changes, with her forehead appearing to be pushed out, as well as her cheeks and her lips being filled with enough Botox to give her the appearance of someone wearing a silicone mask of Madonna over their own face. We can only imagine what she may have looked like had she not undergone any surgery. Would she still be a material girl, or would that material be ridden with coffee stains and moth holes? Who knows? Number 4, Cher. Ever since rising to fame in the 1960s and 70s, Cher has been absolutely slaying it in the world of pop music, rocking her own solo career and collaborating with several musicians over the years. Her style and voice will definitely not be a stranger to you, unless of course you've seen her lately. Now, do not get me wrong, Cher is absolutely stunning and has put in a lot of work to stay healthy and happy in her personal life, but over the years she has been open about the numerous amounts of surgeries that she's had to have done, including lip fillers and receiving Botox in her cheeks, leaving her in a constant state of, oh that's nice. Despite having a negative experience with her surgeries, reportedly even receiving a certain augmentation that went horribly wrong, she still continues to undergo procedures to this day. For all we know, she could be doing it right now. Number 3, David Krumholtz. David's face may be familiar to many people because he was Bernard the Elf from the Santa Claus franchise. David has been acting for a long time, making appearances over the years in shows like Freaks and Geeks and Mom, but he's also familiar to many people for his more raunchy performances in movies like Harold and Kumar, as well as several collaborations with Seth Rogen. In his youth, Krumholtz was often typecasted as the young, squishy-faced good guy with a little bit of a bad boy streak. Unfortunately, as time went on, the actor appeared to be struggling with his weight, appearing to gain and lose weight rapidly. For example, in the HBO series The Deuce, David plays a character named Harvey Wasserman, who in season 1 weighed around 300 pounds, but in season 2, he barely weighed 100. This constant back and forth shift cannot be healthy, and it seems like in recent photos, it has been taking a toll on The Deuce. Number 2, Shia LaBeouf. Shia has been a controversial celebrity over the years, becoming famous as one of the hardest people to work with in Hollywood history. Like many bad apples in LA, Shia got his start on the Disney Channel. At the turn of the century, Disney released a little show called The Even Stevens. The series followed the titular Stevens family with a focus on the kids Ren and Louis, played by Christy Romano and Shia LaBeouf. The show is considered to be one of Disney's best. It spanned over 3 seasons and spawned an Even Stevens movie that, I'm not exaggerating, is one of the greatest pieces of cinema ever released. Go check it out. These days, Shia has adopted a more mountain man look. He always sprouts a big bushy beard when he can, and he went from bright and youthful to just tired and annoyed. Hey man, we get that. Following the show's end, Shia kept his acting career going strong, appearing in movies like Holes as the main character Stanley Yelnats, but it wasn't until his casting in Transformers that things started to go downhill. Since 2007, Shia's behavior as an actor and a person has been getting worse and worse. His fellow actors have reported that he takes method acting too far. For instance, in the film Fury, he was a soldier trapped inside a military tank with his crew. The film was set in Germany in April of 1945. Of course, they didn't have access to plumbing or any kind of bathrooms really at that time, so Shia decided not to bathe for the entire time they were on set. 3 months, fellow cast had to sit in a cramped tank with this man smelling nothing but Shia. Number 1, Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer made his name a staple when he starred in the beloved classic fantasy film Willow as Mad Mardigan, a swordsman who spends the movie protecting the titular baby from evil forces. Now, personally, he made a staple in my head, being the Batman that beat up Jim Carrey, but that's a whole other thing. Over the years, Kilmer has aged gracefully, being the leading man type over and over again, seemingly casted because of his looks over his acting chops, with a lot of people consider him to be stiff. Well, a lot like people like Mickey Rourke, Kilmer's roles began to shift from leading strong type to the dark and silent bad guy. I mean, just look at his headshots. He looks like an evil scientist trying to invite you into his mansion to show you his collection of animal skulls. Honestly, I'd see that movie.
Coming at number 10, we have Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan has been looking pretty different in the new glamorous snaps that she's been sharing to her social media pages. While the 36-year-old has made a long-awaited return to showbiz with a new podcast, and she's even signed a deal with Netflix, her new photos have us all wondering, is this really Lindsay Lohan we're seeing? Lindsay first rose to fame as a child star in the hit Disney remakes like The Parent Trap and Freaky Friday, and she eventually landed roles in Herbie Fully Loaded and Mean Girls. Between 2007 and 2012, Lindsay was known to keep gossip magazines alive as she made headlines for a series of under the influence decisions. After a troubled few years, it seems like the star spent some time away from America to live in countries like Greece, and she's starting to make a comeback in film, which is actually pretty exciting to see. With Irish Wish dropping sometime this year, I think we can all agree her recent Christmas movie, Falling for Christmas, was a success. However, in the first shots, she looked completely unrecognizable. While Lindsay hasn't appeared in film for a while, with Irish Wish coming soon, it's a major sign that this could be the start of her return, and I'm honestly living for it. Number 9, Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez has been in the spotlight since her early childhood, and with it comes a natural evolution over the last couple of years. Don't get me wrong, the actor has always been stunning and multi-talented, and we watched her firmly step into who she is today. However, she isn't the same little girl we grew to know on the Disney hit series Wizard of Waverly Place. Gomez, who is known for her comforting charm and calming energy, has been stepping out of her comfort zone lately, and she looks nothing like the brunette self she used to be, as she's ditched the blonde hair and she's opted to go back to a more natural approach. Recently, Selena was spotted showing off her stunning figure when she was spending some time with some friends in Mexico. While the star was spotted wearing a white bandeau top and black bikini bottoms, fans were quick to point out that Selena has recently been rocking some stunning curves. While it was only natural we would see Selena grow into a total rocket, she's proved that with age, she's only becoming more stunning as time goes on. And even though she might not be as recognizable as she used to be, she's healthy and she's thriving, and that's all that matters. Hey my little peaches, are you enjoying this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming at number 8, we have Demi Lovato. So Demi Lovato looks completely unrecognizable compared to her days on the Disney Channel. While the star has been in recovery from an eating disorder after she shared this information last year, she accidentally lost a lot of weight when she got caught up following diet culture. With Demi's life being full of ups and downs over the last few years, the actress has managed to overcome traumatic experiences and has decided to start from scratch. However, her followers have been a little worried about her. After she claimed she was abducted by aliens in 2021, Demi has set off alarms about her mental health, and she even has a huge black tarantula tattooed on her head. While the star has fluctuated with losing and gaining weight at high speeds, internet users have started to relate Demi's current situation as a possible emotional crisis. After leaving the mental health center, Demi has chosen to rock a shorter hairstyle, and she's even been photographed rocking gothic outfits, which are given the media a lot to talk about, as social media users assure that she looks completely unrecognizable. Number 7, Britney Spears. Britney Spears fans for years have been left feeling distraught after learning what the star has had to face over the last decade, and when Ellen took to Instagram to show a stunning throwback clip of the pop star in December, fans were quick to point out that she looks completely unrecognizable today. Although the post was meant to be a sweet birthday tribute to Britney, fans couldn't help but reminisce on the icon's natural beauty before before she faced her downward spiral. Seeing the Toxic Singer's 2003 appearance on Ellen's show also caused social media users to rethink Britney's current mental health status, as the singer they know is completely unrecognizable in comparison to the blonde babe that sat beside the famed talk show host when she was only 19 years old. The stunned admirers couldn't believe that the pureness Spears portrayed during her first appearance on the show, which aired 4 years before the 41-year-old infamously shaved her head. Even though the mother of two recently broke free from being under her father's hands for 13 years in an attempt to retake control of her life, fans have remained worried it isn't her behind the camera. And even if she is the same person physically, many social media users believe emotional damage might be too deep to repair. Seeing Britney's images now has made a lot of fans really sad, as her teeth now look different, she's lost her accent, and fans have even claimed that she just looks tired and sounds sad. Number 6, Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore has seriously been switching things up. While the star has always donned impressively styled outfits, she clearly has a distinct style she likes to stick to. Now lately it seems like Drew is definitely ramping things up, as she recently revealed a stunning transformation that even left her hair unrecognizable. It's clear that Drew definitely cleans up nice, and when she went under a full makeover on the Drew Barrymore show, her hairdresser, Chris Appleton, would post a picture of the final results, and it would show Drew rocking glowing makeup and hair extensions. So Drew looks so different thanks to Charlotte Tilbury and Chris, and fans were quick to race to the comment section to hype up how Drew looked. But they also pointed out for a few good seconds, it was really hard to tell it was her. Drew looks were pretty similar to a combination of Jennifer Lopez and the Kardashians. While Chris is a renowned celebrity hairstylist with clients that include Kim and J-Lo, and Charlotte Tilbury's celebrity list includes the Skims founder and Penelope Cruz, makes sense because Drew looked completely stunning. While Drew does look beautiful both ways, she always knows how to make heads turn when she enters a room with full makeup on. Number 5, Miley Cyrus. Over the last decade, Miley continues to confuse fans with her unrecognizable looks. When she appeared on Jimmy Fallon's show back in November, after a few photos were shared to Instagram, a few people were quick to point out that her teeth and the shape of her face looked different. While the star was stunning in her black leather outfit and blue shirt, she rocked a blonde wavy hairdo and left some of her dark brunette roots showing. While Miley was on the show to promote her NBC special Miley's New Year's Eve party, which she was co-hosting alongside her godmother Dolly Parton, fans would debate on whether the singer had undergone some cosmetic treatments or not. However, there were also a number of comments saying Miley looked like her mom, Tish Cyrus, and others have even compared her to Madonna. Also, did you see some of the videos circulating from Miley's New Year's Eve party? Because the star looked once again unrecognizable, sporting blonde hair with black underneath, and many of her outfits were just stunning. Honestly, Miley's become this blonde bombshell with tattoos, and her performance with Fletcher still has me believing it was all just a dream. I honestly like this new side of Miley, and I can't wait to see more. Number 4, Noah Cyrus. Honestly, I didn't even know Miley had a little sister until she started dating Lil Xan years ago, but it seems like now I barely even recognize her, as every time she posts a new photo on Instagram, she looks completely unrecognizable. While the star has been back in the room making some new music, her latest posts show her sporting a more daring look that I don't think many would try. Most fans have been questioning where her eyebrows have gone. Noah Cyrus is one of the latest celebrities to try out the new bleached eyebrow trend. While she said the trend definitely caused her some pain, she still seems to be doing it. In addition to her newly invisible eyebrows, she's also been sporting a really dark, spooky makeup look. And it's clear by removing her eyebrows, Noah isn't scared to explore extremes when it comes to accentuating her face. And while the star may think it's a good idea, it leaves me to ask when we might see this trend stop, because I'm tired of seeing celebrities constantly testing out this new brow method, and it leaves them looking a little scary to look at. And while fans have pointed out Noah's extraterrestrial look, she does look good, I'll admit that. Number 3, Alexa Ray Joel. Alexa Ray Joel is a singer and a pianist famously known for her performances at numerous charity events and New York City fashion events. Being the daughter of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Billy Joel and model Christy Brinkley, it was only natural that Alexa would be willing to try some daring looks. However, Alexa has been leaving fans stunned with her new look as she sparks some plastic surgery rumors. While in the past Alexa has admitted to getting a nose job, she continues to deny that she has gone under the knife again. Well, Alexa has come to deny all the rumors by saying it's absolutely hysterical that people are comparing her photos to when she was 13 to now. As we know, she would naturally look different, as it's called growing up. There's still something about her new look that remains to make her look like she is unrecognizable than she usually does, and it's clear that the star is doing something because she continues to change her looks drastically every year, and there's no denying that. But either way, there's nothing wrong with it as she looks stunning. Number 2, Angus T. Jones. So more than 7 years after the stars of 2.5 Men signed off on their hit sitcom show, there have been new sightings of Angus T. Jones, and honestly, looks completely unrecognizable. While the actor did famously play the youngest member of the trio, we did know he wasn't going to stay young forever, and he was going to grow up at some point. However, Angus' looks have changed so much that you might not even notice who he was if I didn't point it out. While lately Angus has been sporting a full beard covering his lower half of his face, he dresses casually in t-shirts, shorts, and beanie hats, and every now and then you can see the actor walking down the street in his bare feet. Fans have since been seeing a lot less of Jones since he stepped away from the show. That made him a household name. However, since he was 21 by the time he made an appearance on the 2015 finale, after exiting the series after being publicly criticized, none of us thought Angus would change his look so much. While he definitely seems to be a simple man, it's kind of concerning that he thinks it's safe to walk around on the streets with no shoes on. With it being nearly a year since we last spotted him in public, he's definitely one of those celebrities we didn't expect to change so fast. Coming in number 1 today, we have Lil' Kim. So 47-year-old rapper Lil' Kim has been a figure in the music industry for over 20 years, and she has served us a series of iconic looks both on and off the stage. However, lately it's clear that the star has undergone some big changes since she broke out in the scene in the mid-90s. The Grammy-winning rapper looks almost completely unrecognizable, while the star has been rocking a dramatically different hairstyle, skin tone, and face shape from the original Kim fans all know and love. Her evolution is kinda scary to watch. Now, we all know Kim has never been the one to steer clear of a bold look, as she's experimented with wigs, color contacts, and lip liner. She's pretty much known and celebrated for being a regular beauty daredevil, but her recent transformations have been a little too unsettling to watch. While plastic surgery rumors have been swirling around, it's clear that her skin has gotten noticeably fairer, her nose is pointier, her cheekbones are higher, and her hair is increasingly a lighter shade of blonde. While fans are definitely concerned as Kim has been changing her skin tone when she already looks stunning, it's kinda sad that the star even stated that the reason she's changed her look so much is because guys were cheating on her with European-looking women. Coming in at number 10, we have Tom Felton. Tom Felton is an award-winning actor that is known best for his role in Harry Potter. While Tom has made some dramatic changes since he was everyone's favorite sneaky Slytherin student, while the star started off as a heartthrob child that stole our hearts with his beautiful blue eyes and white blonde hair, by 2018 when he made an appearance on Good Morning Britain to promote his YouTube series Origin, he would look nothing like the clean-cut child star that once taunted Harry Potter while portraying his Slytherin nemesis. While the star has been sporting long hair tied in a man bun and glasses, a lot of Harry Potter fans would come for Tom and say that he definitely didn't grow up to be the heartthrob we all thought he would be. However, coming into 2023, Tom will once again be unrecognizable, as lately the actor has been looking pretty spicy again. While Tom has definitely struggled to stay on top of the industry since starring in Harry Potter, in 2022 he had the chance to play a bad guy once more, and this time it was for the notorious criminal Guy Fawkes. He looked completely unrecognizable in the theater show, and as we watched Tom grow over the last couple of years, he's definitely become the heartthrob we all thought he would be, and you can't deny that. Coming in number 9, Khloe Kardashian. So Khloe Kardashian has recently been receiving backlash for her ever-changing look, as fans believe that she lost too much weight, and they also think she's gone way too overboard with cosmetic procedures. While the star has been stunning rocking a sporty, long, blonde, wavy hair, it has us all wondering if it's Khloe or has she been replaced by a double. While Khloe has stated that she lost all her weight following a low-carb diet that her nutritionist gave her, the plan has caused her to lose over 60 pounds. And while many people believe Khloe looks fabulous with her new look, as she does, many fans are also concerned that she's getting too skinny after she shared a workout mirror selfie, with one fan writing, "Her revenge body phases are always so hard as she goes too hard in my eyes to say, look what you're missing out, you idiot." When in reality, I just want to see her happy with herself. It seems she works on herself in ways that make her life better. Other fans have said, nah, that's not Khloe. While Khloe has had plastic surgery in the past, she continues to lose a huge amount of weight, and by 2023, Khloe could look completely unrecognizable when it comes to the rest of her family. Hey Peaches, are you enjoying this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming in number 8, we have Renee Zellweger. She was once America's sweetheart after she stole our hearts and made us realize all of our love lives weren't great with her adorable performance in Bridget Jones's Diary. I mean, how could you not love her pouty lips, bedroom eyes, and prominent cheeks? Renee was not only physically attractive, but she was also a very talented actress. In fact, she even won an Academy Award for her performance in Cold Mountain. While Renee has enjoyed a very prominent career in Hollywood with amazing supporting and lead roles in hit blockbusters, she's never really left the spotlight, but the lights have shined dimmer on her as time has gone by, and now we can't help but wonder, could it have anything to do with her looks? Today, Renee looks completely unrecognizable at Hollywood events, as her face now looks completely different, to the point it makes us wonder, is this really Renee or is it somebody else? I guess none of us have seen Renee in a while, and when we suddenly saw an older version of the person we used to know, many were quick to claim that the changes were from plastic surgery, but others just simply acknowledged that the star has aged and we just didn't notice. Number 7, Meg Ryan. Before her plastic surgery, Meg Ryan was an American sweetheart that was known throughout the world for her roles in popular movies such as Sleepless in Seattle, Top Gun, You've Got Mail, and City of Angels. Entering in 2023, unfortunately, many people are still asking what happened to Meg Ryan, as the Hollywood star has since become unrecognizable after undergoing terrible plastic surgeries. While Meg's life has been full of controversies, her most recent and enduring controversy has everything to do with her messy plastic surgery result, which has been responsible for her changing appearance over the past few years. While the Hollywood actress still tries to claim that she had no work done, she isn't fooling any of us. While doctors have also insisted that the star has had too much Botox done on her face, the procedures include Botox and fillers, and it's resulted in the disaster we see today. While it's clear her appearance was surgically achieved, as she looked good before she had any work done, doctors have also pointed out that she had some sort of nose job done to the tip of her nose that looks a little pinched on top. It's also said that she had way too much Botox injected into her forehead, and she's even added too much volume to her lips. Today, Meg Ryan has this unnatural look on her face caused by unusual full cheeks and small squinting eyes. Number 6, Priscilla Presley. From the bride of rock and roll legend to Leslie Nielsen's partner in comedy escapades, Priscilla Presley has undergone innumerable changes since the cat eye days of the 1960s. Although she was once defined as being one half of a superstar it couple, Presley has proven that she is indeed and will always be a powerhouse in her own way. While Priscilla has donned everything from Lana Del Rey exquisite drips to gothic garbs, it seems like soon she might just be immortalized. While the star has had multiple plastic surgeries to look how she looks today, unlike other people her age, Priscilla has managed to keep a wrinkle-free face. Now, Priscilla has always had this natural beauty to her, and when Elvis met her, she was only 14 and she had this dove-like beauty, and the world-famous singer was actually acting awkward and embarrassed in front of her. Decades later, Priscilla has lost that dove-like beauty, and now her face just looks so stiff as if she can't even move it. While her publicist has disclosed that she did have botched plastic surgery, fans have come out to say that her face now looks like a mask, and what happened to her is just so sad. While many celebrities have had plastic surgery, what makes Priscilla so disconcerting is how she looks completely unrecognizable entering into 2023. Number 5, Raven Simone. Recently, Raven Simone has been wowing the public with her new slim figure, which has left her completely unrecognizable and when she hits the red carpet or uploads a new photo and videos to her social media accounts. Raven first rose to fame as a child actor, starring in The Cosby Show and then Disney's That's So Raven. Since Raven's last stint in the limelight, she lost 70 pounds, and many claim that she is nearly unrecognizable from her former curvy self. While Raven now rocks a new, very thin figure with sculpted legs, she said, "I thought I looked fabulous before, and nobody else did. So whatever. Actually, now I wear bigger clothes because I don't like the way people stare at me. I liked it before. Now, you're just looking at me for the wrong reasons. Before, you were actually looking at me for real reasons." Now, Raven has always stood by her curves and insisted that she was comfortable with her body. Raven's latest weight loss debut shows off a year of total transformations. However, while her body has changed, it sounds as though her healthy mindset has still remained, so there's nothing really to worry about when it comes to her weight loss and unrecognizable looks. And number 4, Tori Spelling. While Tori Spelling has been offering her fans an easy solution to get younger looking skin, they are countering with their own suggestions for the Hollywood star. She's completely unrecognizable entering into 2023. Well, the star took to her Instagram on December 20th to talk about a new treatment that was going to lift her skin. Alongside a video documenting the treatment process being done to her, Tori would write a caption that said, "Do you want younger looking skin? I'm so excited to try Softwave Med's non-invasive treatment to help not only lift my skin but also reduce fine lines and wrinkles." Tori's comments in the sections were then immediately flooded with a mix of those thanking her for introducing them to the procedure, while others started to shame her for encouraging such work after she appeared to be unrecognizable. With one fan saying, "Sister, you've had too much work done." Another user would say, "Stop doing stuff to your face," and a third would write, "Can we just talk about what's going on with your lips?" Despite her fans' opinions, Tori has actually always been pretty open to about what she's been doing to herself and how her looks have changed over time because of it. Number 3, Zach Galifianakis. Zach Galifianakis' performance in the Hangover trilogy as the bride's ditzy younger brother Alan will live on forever in our hearts, as that was Zach's first breakthrough role. Since then, he has starred in several hit films in Hollywood. However, when you think of him, think of his character Alan, chubby, with bushy hair and a long beard. You never in a million years imagined that he would be a hunk hiding underneath all that hair. Zach has not only removed his beard, shortened his hair, he's also lost a significant amount of weight, giving way for a new handsome man to take the spotlight for us now. Unlike most people on this list, it's almost impossible to imagine him playing Alan with a nice boy look. But I almost want to see the Hangover trilogy do it now, because it would definitely be a spicy film we would never forget. Luckily, Zach has managed to turn back the clock, and he's actually proved that he keeps getting better looking over time. And with a little effort, he seriously looks like he traveled back in time and had his younger self come to the future to continue to work for him. Which I know it sounds insane, but just take a look at his before and after photos and you'll completely understand what I'm trying to say. And number 2, Val Kilmer. Another celebrity from back in the day who did not age well is Val Kilmer. While Val definitely used to be a hunk in the 80s and 90s, if you ask any early millennial about him, they will tell you about how they fell in love with Val due to his good looks. But today, his name might not ring a bell for a lot of late millennials, because even if he kept on acting, his looks have faded away with time, which has made him become pretty less memorable entering into 2023, especially for younger women. It's very likely if you were out and about and you saw him walking down the street, you wouldn't even think that he used to be a Hollywood hunk that everyone wanted to date. Heck, you wouldn't even think that he was a really successful actor. Luckily for Val, Hollywood tends to be more forgiving when it comes to a man's age and looks more than it is when it comes to a woman, which is why he's still starring in several more films despite not having the same heartthrob looks as he used to before. However, we still have to mention that time has definitely not been so forgiving on the star, as he's completely unrecognizable, and that's why he made this list today. And coming in at number 1 today, we have Pamela Anderson. If you think you were fooled when I said Pamela Anderson, think again, because I definitely said her name. And now that you see her picture, you probably wouldn't even guess it was her if I didn't tell you. Now, we all remember Pamela from the hit TV series Baywatch, when she rocked that steamy red bathing suit like no one else. Now, she didn't exactly become famous because of her amazing acting acting abilities, but mainly because of her stunning looks. Hollywood is the place where looks can get you a long way. Pamela had a pretty successful acting career, and she was also pictured in magazines for men. She also enjoyed living her life in the fast lane, while Pamela was a rock and roll chick and was famously married to Tommy Lee, the drummer of the rock band Motley Crue, whom she later divorced. Could the rock life be responsible for stealing her look? While the actress is definitely not in her 20s anymore, we have seen plenty of actors and singers age wonderfully and retain their youthful features. In Pamela's case, however, she wasn't so lucky, as she's completely unrecognizable now.
And at number 10, Faith Hill. Faith Hill recently graced the cover of People magazine with her husband Tim McGraw, and fans were shocked at her unrecognizable appearance. Some fans are even convinced that there's no way that it's Faith in the photo. She has light brown curly hair in the photo and seemingly a heavily edited face. Users in the comment section of the post are all shocked over the photo, with fans saying things like, quote, "Find Faith, because that can't be her." Another said, quote, "That's not Faith, there's no way." But other fans came to Faith's defense, saying that nothing had changed and she was just getting older. Some even complimented the fact that she's embracing her natural curls. One fan clapped back at the haters, saying, quote, "For everyone saying she's had work done, she hasn't. It's her darker natural hair she's embracing, and if you zoom in you can see her wrinkles. They edited her a bit too much, but sorry to disappoint, Faith has had zero work done, she's a natural beauty." And at number 9, Sarah Hyland. Sarah Hyland is known for changing her look on a whim, and has made several dramatic changes to her hair in the last year, and it looks like she decided to close out the year with a bang, and she debuted a new hairstyle at the 2021 People's Choice Awards on December 7th. The first big change with her hair happened back in February when she transformed into a redhead. Then in June she started wearing her hair curled due to curly hair extensions. And now in December she's gone back to brunette and wearing blunt bangs along with the bob haircut. She debuted the look on Instagram, calling the look a, quote, "version of a Bixie," which is a mix between a bob and a pixie haircut. And at number 8, Chrishell Stause. Chrishell Stause has been known for her long blonde locks since she graced our screens on Selling Sunset, but at the 2021 People's Choice Awards, she shocked the world when she debuted dark brown hair. Chrishell wore a plunging red gown by Italian designer Genny, which was a perfect complement to her new look. Chrishell has been seen out with her new boyfriend and boss Jason Oppenheim as of late, but walked the PCA red carpet solo. The two made their relationship Instagram official earlier this year. Jason said, quote, "Chrishell and I became close friends and has developed into an amazing relationship. I care about her deeply and we are very, very happy together." Chrishell also revealed that the ladies of Selling Sunset had wrapped filming the 5th season of the hit Netflix show, so we might be seeing her new hair on TV very soon. And at number 7, Jade Klein. Teen Mom star Jade Klein just showed off her new eyelash extensions, and fans were shocked to see how different she looked following multiple plastic surgery procedures that she underwent earlier this year. Klein has been proudly showcasing her new appearance on social media. She revealed that her transformation included having fat transferred into her breasts, while also having a Brazilian butt lift and liposuction as part of the transformation. Jade opened up about her, quote, "boob job" back in May and told fans, quote, "No implants, just some fat transferred," saying that they were the same cup size as before, just fuller. She also shared her painful recovery after her Brazilian butt lift procedure, admitting it was worse than she expected. She said during a podcast, quote, "I saw so many people I knew that were having BBLs, and I was so impressed and astonished at the shapes of their bodies." She revealed it was 10 times worse than childbirth. The upcoming season of the show is set to showcase her dramatic transformation. And at number 6, Tilda Swinton. One of the most dramatic transformation an actors ever made for a role has to be Tilda Swinton in Suspiria, as the actress transformed into a man to play 82-year-old therapist Joseph Klemperer. Tilda revealed that she wore heavy prosthetics to play the role, and they started creating the prosthetics 18 months before they started filming. Tilda even requested fake male genitalia to go along with her costume just to ensure she was able to get into character fully. Her role as Dr. Klemperer is kept under wraps during filming, with the production maintaining the role was played by newcomer Lutz Ebersdorf. At the time, she rejected answering questions about the role until she spoke with the New York Times recently and revealed she was playing the lead role as a man. Halfway at number 5, Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill is currently filming his latest project with Martin Scorsese, a Grateful Dead biopic where Jonah Hill is playing Jerry Garcia, the iconic 60s guitarist. New images have leaked from the set, showing Jonah looking very different than his usual self. He looked practically unrecognizable with a bushy beard and slicked back shoulder-length hair. Garcia was known for his mane of dark, unruly hair and matching beard, and it seems that Hill has nailed the look. Jonah Hill is not only acting in the movie, he is also a producer on the film. The film doesn't have a release date as of now, but it's being produced by Apple. This is not the only big change that Jonah has made this year. He dyed his hair bleach blonde in February and was rocking a surfer aesthetic before the big change for the film. In at number 4, Geena Davis. The 65-year-old actress is known for her roles in classic movies like Beetlejuice and A League of Their Own, where she was known as the bombshell lead. But she was recently seen out in November of this year and does not look like she's aged gracefully. She was spotted walking outside in LA, wearing a scarf wrapped around her head and walking in the streets barefoot. This was not the only time she was seen out and looking bizarre. She was seen out walking another time, also barefoot, while on the street. Public outings are not common for Davis these days. The last time she was seen out was when she celebrated the 30th anniversary of the 1991 classic film Thelma and Louise with Susan Sarandon. In at number 3, Jada Pinkett Smith. Jada Pinkett Smith looked unrecognizable, continuing her role as Niobe in the 4th film. The movie, directed by Lana Wachowski, is set to release in theaters and on HBO Max later this month, and Pinkett Smith is acting alongside Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss. In the trailer, Jada looks completely unrecognizable. The makeup and prosthetics she wore while filming make her appear much older and totally different than how we recognize her. When recollecting her experience filming the franchise, she said, quote, "It's so easy to forget how much noise the Matrix pumps into your head. Something else makes the same kind of noise: war." Pinkett Smith starred in the 2nd and 3rd films in the series, The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions, as a Zion Rebel fighter. In at number 2, Demi Moore. Demi Moore shocked fans when she stepped out to attend the 2021 Fashion Awards in London. She attended the awards wearing a posh off-the-shoulder gown with leather gloves and a black cape. Her hair and makeup was simple, but it was her appearance that got people talking. Over time, it seems that her face has gone from angular to round, and she's done a number of facial smoothing treatments because there's no trace of a wrinkle on her face. Her face also has an unnatural appearance, with a jarring contour line from her ears to her lips, creating incredibly defined cheekbones. But her new cheekbones are making her face look puffy and unnatural. And finally, at number 1, Lara Flynn Boyle. Actress Lara Flynn Boyle was spotted out and about in Laguna Beach for a rare outing in November, and looked completely unrecognizable from her former bombshell self. She was out running errands while her friends walked their dogs by the beach. She was dressed casually, wearing oversized sweats and a flannel button-up, presumably trying to remain anonymous. She's dealt with rumors that she's changed her face for years with plastic surgery, as it's undeniable that she looks nothing like her former self. While she was out, she was wearing sunglasses that partially shielded her face, but it was clear she looked unnatural and puffy. And at number 10, Cardi B. Cardi B hosted the American Music Awards last night, but she looked completely unrecognizable while she stepped out on the red carpet. She wore a gold Schiaparelli face mask while wearing a black dress from the designer. Her red carpet look was her first of many looks, and it included a black, dramatic off-the-shoulder gown with a tulle veil, which started at her head then went past her shoulders. The 49th annual AMAs featured today's top musical artists, showcasing performances from many of them, along with presenting awards. Cardi showcased multiple looks during her hosting debut. She told people while on the carpet, quote, "A lot of looks tonight, a lot of looks. I'm running on 2 hours sleep, and I arrived here today at 10 a.m. for rehearsal. We just finished at 2 o'clock, I got dressed, and I'm here and I'm going back again for my big entrance and to host the show." In at number 9, Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore shared a throwback video on her Instagram where she professes her love for the girl group, the Go-Go's. The video is of Drew, who was only a child at the time, meeting her idol Belinda Carlisle of the Go-Go's at an event. She looked in awe, telling Carlisle how much she loved the band. Drew was wearing a colorful outfit featuring a white tee and tons of streamers and other colorful fabrics wrapped around her. She even had a big lime green bow on her hair. Drew shared the throwback moment ahead of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony for the Go-Go's. Drew also shared another video on her Instagram in celebration of the Go-Go's, where she wrapped herself in a towel and put on heavy face cream, again honoring the group, and calling herself their biggest fan. And at number 8, Will Smith. Will Smith is doing the media rounds to promote his newest film, King Richard. But fans weren't focused on the movie during his latest interview because they couldn't stop staring at his strange appearance. He acted and sounded like his usual self, but for some reason he looked very different, leaving fans puzzled. One person wrote, quote, "Will Smith looks like the Pixar version of himself. WTF, had to get the program info up on the one show to make sure it was actually him." Some speculated that he got some cosmetic enhancements to defy aging, but he went overboard and that's why he looks so different. Another fan said, quote, "Will Smith has definitely done something to himself, he looks so odd." Will has been open about his weight gain during the pandemic, and he is now on a health and fitness journey to get in top shape again, so maybe cosmetic procedures are a part of his new look. In at number 7, Addison Rae. Addison Rae is getting more natural on her TikTok page, and she recently uploaded a video of herself getting her hair and makeup done while wearing no makeup. But the comments weren't so nice, and a lot of fans claimed she looked unrecognizable without the makeup. Some comments even claimed the 21-year-old looked, quote, old. One comment read, quote, "I would never say she's in her 20s. I swear she looks like 27-30 years. Another person wrote, quote, "She looks older than her age." But fans backed Addison up, claiming the commenters have no idea what a 21-year-old actually looks like. She does her best not to read negative comments and said in an interview, quote, "I have to remind myself that the people who leave hateful comments don't know me." In at number 6, Lily James and Sebastian Stan. These two are gearing up for the release of a new Hulu series based on the lives of Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson. And in the trailer for the new series, the pair looked nothing like themselves while emulating the famous couple. The series is based around the intimate tape of the pair that was leaked to the public after their honeymoon, and it shows how the tape was stolen, released to the public, and how the pair dealt with their invasion of privacy. Hulu says the show is based on, quote, "the true story behind the release of the first ever viral video in history." The pair both look insanely different, mostly Sebastian Stan in my opinion, who not only nailed the look of Tommy Lee, but also his mannerisms. The series will be out in February of 2022. Halfway number 5, Helen Mirren. Dame Helen Mirren's transformation for her new role might be the craziest one I've ever seen. She's changed almost everything about her look to portray Israeli leader Golda Meir in the upcoming biopic Golda. Mirren is clearly wearing heavy prosthetics in the film, like a fat suit and a fake nose. She also has long gray hair and more wrinkles than usual. Dame Helen said about the role, quote, "She was a formidable and powerful leader. I only hope to do her justice." But following the announcement of the role, Mirren has faced tons of backlash online. Critics are even calling Mirren racist for portraying the Israeli leader, some even labeling her, quote, "a well-known Zionist and Israeli worshipper." The film is set during the Yom Kippur War in 1973, when the Arab states and Israel fought. In at number 4, Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan is back and ready to star on the big screen again. Lohan used to be a huge star in the acting world, starring in hits like Mean Girls and Just My Luck. My personal favorite is Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. I just watched that over the weekend, it is so good. But as she grew up, her substance issues got the best of her and she stopped acting. However, she's making her grand return and she looks totally unrecognizable. She actually looks a lot like the old Lindsay Lohan that we know and love, wearing her classic red hair. Lohan has not acted since 2019 when she starred in the film Among the Shadows, but now she's acting alongside Cord Overstreet in the Untitled film, which is set to release in 2022. To me, it definitely looks like a Christmas movie. Fans in the comments of the photo were shocked to see it was Lindsay. Many said they had to do a double take to even realize it was her. In at number 3, Melissa Gorga. Melissa Gorga shocked her followers over the weekend when she posted a photo with her daughter on Instagram. The pair looked like twins with everything matching, including their pouty lips in the photos. Some eagle-eyed fans noticed that Melissa looked different for some reason but couldn't quite put their finger on it. In the post, Melissa revealed that they went to the hair salon with the caption saying, quote, "She's starting to look like me again now. Thanks for our Saturday morning hair sesh." Fans even speculated that the pair might have gotten lip injections along with the new hairdo. Other fans accused Melissa of having a, quote, "distorted appearance," with many calling Melissa unrecognizable. And at number 2, Madonna. The 63-year-old icon is constantly shocking her fans with how ageless she looks in her Instagram photos. She posted in September showing off her new house, and fans were shocked at how unrecognizable she was. She wore a fishnet top and a plunging black bra while posing in her $19 million LA mansion. And although there was tons of praise for her in the comments, a lot of fans are sick of Madonna's unrecognizable appearance. One person wrote, quote, "No one in their mid-60s has the skin of a 9-month-old. These are nice pictures, but they're completely fake, as is her face. She clearly has a big problem with aging." Another comment read, quote, "She literally no longer even looks like herself. She does not look like Madonna. I would not recognize who this is if I saw her on the street. That is just ridiculous." And finally, number 1, Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian is the Kardashian that is often featured in lists like this because it feels like she changes her appearance weekly. This topic came up once again after her cover photos for Cosmo UK were released, and people say she looks unrecognizable. In the interview, she spoke about her love-hate relationship with her fame and the fact that she is not always able to drown out the hate. She said, quote, "There are definitely times that I'm like, I don't care about anything. I have this great ability to block everything out. Then I have times where I struggle and I can't drown out the noise. And I get mad at myself for not being able to. It's a vicious cycle." Khloe revealed that when she's having a hard time with negativity from the public, she will talk to her sister Kim to calm her down. Starting off this list, we have number 10, Blake Lively. Blake Lively attempted to be unrecognizable in a casual outfit, but poked fun at the fact that she wore a bright red bag with her name Blake on it. Clearly her disguise was not fooling anyone. In the look, she had her hair up in a bun and was wearing a baseball cap with the word director on it. She captioned the photo, quote, "Good thing I had a hat, I didn't think anyone knew it was me." She wore casual clothes for the disguise, wearing a taupe crop top, striped pants, and a pair of chunky red and white sneakers. The director hat might be a nod to her latest endeavor as a director of Taylor Swift's music video for the song I Bet You Think About Me. And at number 9, Teresa Giudice. Real Housewives of New Jersey's Teresa Giudice just revealed her new nose job for the first time, and she looks completely unrecognizable. She exposed that she got the procedure earlier this month, saying it, quote, "made me feel better." She revealed the update while she was speaking at the New Jersey Ultimate Women's Expo on Sunday, November 7th. She said, quote, "I don't know if anybody knows, but I did get the tip of my nose done, and I was so nervous about getting it. So I guess I got a nose job, just the tip of it." She even praised her fiancé Luis Ruiz for supporting her decision. Apparently he approved once he heard it would make her feel better about herself. There are rumors the decision was influenced by her oldest daughter, who revealed that she also got a nose job last summer. And at number 8, Kourtney Kardashian. This transformation was not only shocking, it also came with some drama. Kourtney Kardashian did a complete 180 with her look and sported a bleach blonde bob cut for Halloween. She played the character Alabama Worley, who is the female protagonist in the film True Romance. Her look featured the shocking hair, red lip, and 70s retro outfit, along with her newest addition, an engagement ring from Travis Barker. But the drama here is that the film True Romance was a special bond between Travis Barker and his ex-wife Shanna Moakler. They even named their daughter Alabama after the lead character. Moakler commented on the strange choice, saying, quote, "What was weird is that they were posing about a movie that Travis and I basically bonded over. I called him Clarence in the movie, we named our daughter after the character Alabama in the movie, I walked down the aisle to You're So Cute from True Romance. And our first dance at our wedding was to the love song from True Romance." So definitely more than a little awkward. And at number 7, Tim McGraw. Tim McGraw left his fans speechless because of his Halloween Instagram post. In the post, he is standing with a pumpkin and sporting a thick beard. The beard was so large it basically covered the bottom part of his entire face. His shocking appearance is for a reason. He had to transform for his latest acting role as James Dutton in the Yellowstone spin-off 1883, which also stars his wife, fellow country music star Faith Hill, as Margaret Dutton. Fans flooded the comments saying that they didn't recognize the star and that they had to do a double take. But other fans didn't keep their criticisms to themselves and claimed that they prefer how he looked before. One comment read, quote, "I must say I like you beardless better. If you want to see the look in action, you can catch 1883 on December 19th. And at number 6, Jared Leto. Jared Leto is known for his unbelievable transformations, and he has done it yet again with his latest role as Paolo Gucci in Ridley Scott's true crime drama House of Gucci. In this role, he wears a bald head, facial prosthetics, and flashy clothes as he dons the luxury brand's former design chief. His transformation was so shocking that his co-stars didn't even recognize him on the first day on set. Apparently Al Pacino had no idea who Leto was. Leto said in an interview, quote, "The first day I showed up to set in character, I went over to Al Pacino and I said hello to him, and he kind of brushed me off. You could tell he couldn't wait to get away from me. But then someone told him that it was Jared Leto, and he was shocked about the transformation." When asked how long the hair and makeup would take every day, Leto said, quote, "The physical part was about 6 hours in the morning and about an hour at night." 6 hours, I can't even believe that. Halfway at number 5, Leah Remini. The latest edition of the National Enquirer has reported that Leah Remini no longer looks like herself, and her friends and family are stunned about the shocking transformation. One insider said, quote, "Unfortunately, she's almost unrecognizable. Apparently the transformation is in preparation for her return to TV. One doctor said about her appearance, quote, "I suspect she's had Botox to smooth frown lines and wrinkles on her forehead." But another doctor said her work has been much more dramatic and claimed she's had a complete facelift. The doctor said she looks younger now, but less attractive. Leah has been open about her use of Botox in the past, and she hasn't sworn off the idea of getting plastic surgery, so this could be proof that she's had work done. And at number 4, Blake Shelton. Gwen Stefani loves sharing old photos on her Instagram. Over the weekend, she shocked fans with 2 unrecognizable photos of her husband, Blake Shelton. One of the photos was from when Blake was a preteen singing into the mic. Another was when Blake was older, looking intensely at the camera while sporting long curly hair. Blake looks most unrecognizable in the second photo. He basically looks exactly like Heath Ledger in 10 Things I Hate About You. Fans determined that Blake had this shocking look back when Gwen was in her No Doubt years. And at number 3, Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson. The child star we knew as Honey Boo Boo is all grown up and looks completely unrecognizable. Ahead of her 16th birthday, she posed for a spread in Teen Vogue, where she showed off how she looks now and spoke about her life. In 2019, her mother, Mama June, was arrested on charge of substance abuse. Alana's 2-year-old sister, Lauren, was then given custody of her. Alana has spoken about people's expectations of her as a Southern girl, saying, quote, "Just because I'm from the South, people expect me to be all country bumpkin, out riding four-wheelers all the time. That's not really how it is." She says that she hopes to live a normal life in the future, and she even wants to become a nurse. She's also hoping to move out of her sister's house when she turns 18. In at number 2, Mila Kunis. Mila Kunis is shaking things up for her newest role, and she looks unrecognizable while playing her character Molly. In the photos that have been released from the project, Kunis looks disheveled and pretty much out of it. She also has bleached blonde hair with long grown out roots. The look is so that Kunis can play a woman who is addicted to substances. The film is called 4 Good Days, and it shows the 4 days ahead of her getting a shot which will prevent her from being able to get high. The film also stars Glenn Close, who plays Molly's mother, and in the trailer we can see that she is suffering withdrawal symptoms. This film is a huge shakeup for Kunis, as she generally plays comedic roles in hits like Ted and Friends with Benefits, but it looks like she is ready for an Oscar-worthy performance and is excited to play a dramatic, gritty role. And finally, number 1, Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron just shared some behind-the-scenes images from her latest project, and she looks nothing like we have ever seen before. The photos show her in a huge curly red wig, a stark contrast from her signature blonde. The new look is to play a character Lady Lesso in an upcoming Netflix show, School for the Good and Evil. In one of her captions, she revealed the character is evil, giving the look a whole other meaning. She wrote, quote, "Ain't no rest for the evil. Can't wait for you all to meet Lady Lesso." The series was adapted from a series of books by Soman Chanani. Deadline reports that Lawrence Fishburne, Michelle Yeoh, and Kerry Washington are joining Theron for the series, which is currently filming in Northern Ireland and set to hit Netflix in 2022.
Number 10, Mia Jovovich. The action star, best known for her role as Alice in the much-debated Resident Evil series, is arguably one of the most gorgeous zombie slayers of all time. First stunning audiences with her beauty in the film The Fifth Element as Lilu, who it turns out, spoiler alert, is the Fifth Element. Mind blown. The image of a bright orange-haired alien beauty has been burned into the memory of anyone who has seen that movie, which is why it's quite jarring to see her on the street nowadays. A photo was recently captured by paparazzi showing Mia with a punk rock buzz cut and cut jean shorts. Now while this may just be a temporary hairstyle, this is far from the Mia that we're used to seeing on screen. I mean, look at that. It looks like she saw someone mowing their lawn and was like, "Hey, could you take a little off the top, please?" We hope that as time goes on, Mia will regress back into her Lilu days. Lilu. Number 9, Zac Efron. The former Disney Channel star has been considered a Hollywood hottie for most of his career, starring in many films like Neighbors, Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, and even trying his hand at more serious roles with movies like Charlie St. Cloud and Gold. While Zac was aging gracefully for the most part, many fans started speculating that he may have received some kind of facial reconstructive surgery following an appearance on Bill Nye's Earth Day musical on Facebook, where fans claimed that he looked like he had just been stung by a bee or something. Well, after a year of speculation, it turned out that there was some truth to that theory. You see, he hadn't undergone surgery. In fact, the actor's facial differences were due to a jaw injury he had sustained in 2013. Zac broke his jaw and had to have his mouth wired shut after he was running through his house with socks on, slipped, and went face first into a granite fountain. Hey man, we've all been there. Apparently, he had been undergoing physical therapy for the incident for quite some time, but had recently stopped going, which caused his face to kind of puff up. This doesn't help the situation, however, as Efron was recently spotted on set for a new biographical film called The Iron Claw, in which he plays the titular wrestler. For this role, Efron bulked up significantly, now making the rest of him look like he was stung by a hornet, and is sporting a haircut reminiscent of Friar Tuck in Robin Hood. Hopefully the movie will be so good that it's worth that bowl cut. Number 8, Madonna. Madonna has surely gotten stuck in your head before, with classic radio hits like Material Girls and Crazy for You still being played at dance clubs worldwide. Now what may have also gotten stuck in your head was just how gorgeous this woman once was. In the 80s, Madonna was well known for her stylish duds and big blonde hair, at times almost channeling Marilyn Monroe's energy. It was unfortunate then that Madonna felt the need to fall into the world of plastic surgery and injections as she got older. Photo comparisons from the 80s to now showcase these major changes, with her forehead appearing to be pushed out as well as her cheeks and her lips being filled with enough Botox to give her the appearance of someone wearing a silicone mask of Madonna over their own face. We can only imagine what she may have looked like if she had not gone the surgery, but would she still be a material girl, or would that material be moth-ridden and covered in coffee stains? Who knows? Number 7. Macaulay Culkin. Culkin broke our hearts when he made his first on-screen appearance as Little Thomas in the movie My Girl, and he continued to entertain us over the next few years, being a part of blockbuster hits like the Home Alone franchise and Richie Rich. His career seemed to be on an upward climb, ensuring that he would have work well into his adult years, but it turns out that life had other plans for Macaulay. Between the years of 2003 to 2019, Culkin had remained fairly reserved in the Hollywood eye, only appearing in a few low-budget passion projects or straight-to-video films. It may have been because the once young and fresh Culkin was now in his early 20s and he was not playing by the rules. A mugshot of Culkin made headlines in 2004 when he was arrested for possessions of a controlled substance without a prescription, following a routine inspection of his vehicle. Rumors of Culkin's substance issues arose as the actor was later seen appearing frail and as if he hadn't eaten in weeks. Many people were concerned for Culkin's health, but he later revealed in an interview in 2021 that he'd finally gotten a hold of his issues and he was on track to recovery and looking much better. Right on, Lil Mac. Number 6. Mickey Rourke. The big man, Mickey Rourke, has been a prolific actor for quite some time, making his major motion debut in the 1986 romantic drama 9.5 Weeks Later as John Gray, a Wall Street trader who falls for an art gallery assistant and escalates that situation very quickly. Back in the day, he was cast as the handsome leading man or heartthrob for the most part, but since receiving massive amounts of plastic surgery and lip fillers in the early 2000s, he looks more like a clay model of his former self, admitting in 2017 that his ever-changing face was due to botched surgeries conducted to mend his boxing scars. I don't know much about boxing and I no longer intend to. He's since appeared in such blockbuster hits like Iron Man 2 as the villain Whiplash and Sin City as a scarred-up trenchcoat wearing bad boy named Marv. So it's far from the soft-faced Mickey that your parents once probably had a poster of on their wall. I didn't. What? Stop talking. Next, number 5. Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer made his name a staple when he starred in the beloved classic fantasy film Willow as Matt Mardigan, a swordsman who spends the movie protecting the titular baby from evil forces. Personally, he made a staple in my head as being the Batman that beat up Jim Carrey, but we won't get into that. Over the years, Kilmer has aged gracefully, being the leading man type over and over again, seemingly casted because of his looks over his acting chops, which many consider to be stiff. Well, much like Mickey Rourke, Kilmer's roles began to shift from leading strong type to the dark and silent bad guy. I mean, just look at this headshot. He looks like an evil scientist trying to invite you into his mansion to show you his collection of animal skulls. Honestly, I think I'd watch that movie. Number 4. Cher. Ever since rising to fame in the 1960s, Cher has been absolutely slaying it in the world of pop music, rocking her own solo career and collaborating with several musicians over the years. Her style and voice will definitely not be a stranger to you, unless of course you've seen her lately. Now, don't get me wrong, she's absolutely stunning and has put in a lot of work to stay healthy and happy in her personal life, but over the years, Cher has been open about having numerous amounts of surgeries done, including lip fillers, receiving Botox in her cheeks, leaving her in a constant state of, really? Despite having negative experiences with her surgeries, reportedly even receiving a certain augmentation that went horribly wrong, she still continues to undergo the knife to this day. For all we know, she might be under right now. Whoa. Number 3. Celine Dion. Celine Dion is just one of many Canadian treasures that have been unleashed on this world. Growing up in Charlemagne, Quebec, Dion began performing at a very young age and quickly garnered international fame for her incredible voice and her larger-than-life performance style. With legendary hits like My Heart Will Go On from the film Titanic and the song Beauty and the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, Celine is sure to have been rattling around in your head at least a few times over the years. Unfortunately, the once youthful and larger-than-life performer has not aged well over the years. While she has never received plastic surgery of any kind, you go girl, the latest photos show Celine appearing to be void of any body fat whatsoever, causing her to appear almost skeletal sometimes. We hope that this is simply a case of age ruling its ugly head and not something more serious. Good luck, Celine. Number 2. David Krumholtz. David's face may be familiar to many of you as Bernard the Elf from the Santa Claus franchise. David has been acting for quite some time though, making appearances over the years in shows like Freaks and Geeks and Mom. He's also familiar to many for his more raunchy performances, working in films like Harold and Kumar as well as several collaborations with Seth Rogen. In his youth, Krumholtz was often typecast as the young, squishy-faced good guy with a little bit of a bad boy streak. Unfortunately, as time went on, the actor appeared to be struggling with his weight, appearing to gain and lose it very rapidly. For example, in the HBO series The Deuce, David plays a character named Harvey Wasserman, who in season 1 weighed just over 300 pounds. pounds. But when he appeared in season 2's premiere, he weighed just barely 100 pounds. Now this constant back and forth shift cannot be healthy for anybody. As seen in recent photos, it looks like this back and forth is seriously starting to take a toll on the Deuce. Number 1, Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe is the Gladiator Maximus to many people, a role that he portrayed in the 2000 film Gladiator. It was a commanding and brutal performance from Crowe, astonishing crowds worldwide and creating a massive buzz for what this man might do next. In Gladiator, Crowe was tough and built like a brick house. As time went on, those bricks seemed to be turning into rubble, because Crowe began appearing more and more with what we can only describe as the daddest of bods, growing a big lumberjack beard and gut to go with it. This change was emphasized in Thor: Love and Thunder, released in 2022, when Crowe played the god Zeus, and instead of appearing as he does in lore as a massive, muscular lightning god, he just looks like someone's dad dressed up for a frat party that he was not invited to.